What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the number one comment on YouTube, and I'm back with my final review of Married at First Sight. This is season 15, episode 11. This is the final segment, my favorite part, the Morgan and Ben saga. Because I always leave them at the end because I really don't even want to review it. But, excuse me, surprisingly, I have double the notes I usually have. So we're gonna see how this goes. Before I get started, for those new to my channel, with Married at First Sight, I do a couple by couple situation. Works out with the Dub fam. Works out for me. I can get in slightly more detail, and yeah, we can just go ahead and just knock it on out because I'm ready to be done with Morgan and Ben. Now with them, they got an ongoing situation. At this point, we learned that Morgan separated herself from Ben. She moved out. Looked like she happy about it. Like, she just done with Ben. She tired of him. And the girls and the guys, they break out into groups. I don't know who was at each shared apartment, but all the girls and all the guys were in their separate apartments together. And Morgan is like, she's dead set on like making Ben pay for, lying about talking to Justin. Now, the part I'm confused about is like, can he just not tell Justin about her lying to have that missing credit for the nursing degree? Or I need a staffer to get me some water, so I'm just going through it. I'm joking. Um, or he just can't talk to Justin at all, about like what's going on in their marriage. I don't know. I really don't know. And I get it, school I'm from, traditionally, you keep your marital business on the inside because people say, like, oh, why you just can't vent or whatever. But yeah, this is a special situation. You're marrying a stranger, they're having you surround yourself with friends and everything. So you kind of want to get it off your chest. And again, this is a younger group, so it's more normal to put their business out there like that. But I don't know. I don't agree with it. Vent to your spouse. When I saw somebody comment, you can't vent to your spouse. I wouldn't say vent to it. Discuss like what's on your mind when you get in the right mindset. Like, hey, this is really bothering me. This is hurting my soul. You're making me so mad. Something instead of going to somebody else and talking behind their back because one, the person's going to see them differently. They're going to know their business. They're going to pass judgment, and you're still going to be married. So it's probably not the best, but hey, do your thing, however you want to marry, how you want to do your marriage thing. And, after like the girls were talking, they pretty much, I don't know who started the revolt or the revolution. They ready to go over to the guy's place and ambush them and get to the bottom of what's going on with Ben. And, Ben was talking with the guys, like kind of explaining the situation. And Ben looked like super defeated. Like he just was, he didn't have any life. He was like, yeah, I just haven't eaten, haven't slept. Pounds, I've lost 7 of them. I haven't been going to the gym. He's not himself. He looks depressed. And either I think he's like scared of Morgan or he doesn't want to take accountability for lying. I don't know. And did anybody notice? I got to stop this because I was like, once the girls busted in, they gonna get Ben straight. When Morgan was sitting down, she had like a bleeding tattoo on like her bicep, and I'm like, I don't know if she couldn't cover it up for the camera or something. But did anybody see that, or was it late or something? My eyes were a little foggy. I don't know. I saw a bleeding tattoo. Did she put Ben's name on it and then took it off? I don't know. But so the guys and girls are talking, and I mean, they feel the need to get involved. And I'm gonna call who I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call Miguel, pretty much the moderator of the intervention with Ben, and he was kind of getting things straight. And what I did like, my boy Nate, he's not my boy, but I give credit where credit is due. Nate really intervened in that situation, staying like, we heard both sides of the story, Morgan, but like Where's all this hostility coming from? And he's absolutely correct. Like, okay, you could be mad, you could be hurt, you could be all this, but you dogging Ben, like you dogging him, like you going in on him, like you trying to make him, you purposely trying to make him feel bad and worse, and it's absolutely absurd. She explains herself like, I've never dealt with betrayal, and if I do, I'm gone, I'm out, and all of that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, you married a stranger, you're going to have some issues or some difficulties. You're coming from two different planets. Like, get a grip. And it was needed. So, Ben to me doesn't really come off genuine. He comes off like very textbooky kind of, or like he's reading a script. He's like, well, yeah, I'm sorry, just for lying. I take full accountability. I've gone through some things in my life, and I'm in therapy. I just had my first session. I can pull a bill out of my pocket, and I'm just trying to demon slay the demons, through my therapy. I'm like, Ben, shut up. Like, I don't believe him. I just don't believe him. It doesn't come off real to me at all. He's just like, he want to say what he need to say to shut her up, or to make her know, like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I take full accountability. I don't believe it, because that's the same thing he did. Like, I guess he did the same thing with Morgan. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking to Justin and go right back and tell him all your business when the lady asked you not to. And guess what? If he didn't want to do that, say, you know what? I need to vent. I need to tell my story. I feel like I'm in prison or something like that. And Morgan, she gave the explanation. I don't know if I believe her either, but she was saying like, hey, I could have taken like, hey, I had a hard day. This is brand new to me. I need somebody to talk to other than you. Things were hostile. And then, they probably could have made plans to talk it out and get it out. And I get that. That's the mature thing to do. But Ben isn't equipped. I don't know how people see it for Ben, but everybody has a right to their opinion. So, I know, like, as far as house calls, they definitely need a house call. But I don't feel like Dr. Pepper earned her paycheck on this one. She pretty much offered the advice that, they're pretty much having a breakdown in the communication, and they have to take accountability for what it was. She's not going to put it all on Ben, but it seemed like she did put it all on Ben, where it's saying like he was betraying the trust of keep running back to Justin. I keep calling him Justice. That's ready to love. Keep betraying the trust of going back to Justin and telling all the business, and rightfully so. She should feel some kind of way. You know, Another person within the group knows exactly how your spouse feels, but when you ask them, they say, "Oh, we ain't talk about nothing. We just talk about basketball and sushi." No, that's a lie. So Dr. Pepper's like, you got to talk to your spouse. That's pretty much you have to, and that is very important. Like I said, that's the key. Keep it real. Don't be like Kristen and ball up and say, "Yeah, this marriage is going great. I'm having the best time of my life." You gotta say what's on your mind, what's on your heart. But like I said, Ben don't got that in him. He not built like that. He seems very scary, and I don't think a person like that's ready for marriage. Like I don't really blame a whole lot of people for not being able to properly communicate, because guess what? They've never witnessed people properly communicating. So how would they most of the time? Most people even think like, yeah, I got my communication skills together. Most of them don't. They don't know how to listen. They don't know how to be objective. They don't know how to take things not so personal. But that's a whole nother situation. But y'all know, I ain't no Ben fan at all. But Morgan and Married at First Sight did my man so super dirty when it came down to um them time to read the childhood letter. Like Morgan, yeah, she's separated. Yeah, she's upset with Ben, but she'll come in the shared apartment, which isn't shared anymore, and won't even speak to Ben. Like to sit down. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. Like, just say hello, be polite. No manners, you're upset. Okay. whatever. But anyway, when it's time to read the letters, Morgan was like, "Yeah, well, you go ahead first." I've been like, "Yeah, I'll read," and he just reading some generic crap. It wasn't even nothing. Like I said, I don't believe nothing Ben say for real. I think he's a liar. I think he puts on just to look good in the light. But the fact of the matter is, Morgan had him read his letter, and she had zero intentions of reading hers. Like, oh well, last time I told you, and I was vulnerable, you threw it back in my face, and I'm like, you had this man spill his guts for nothing, knowing you're not even open to listening or receiving what he's saying, nor are you even trying to get back with him or fix this. That is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Like, just let them live separately and have separate counseling sessions, or just come together just for the counseling session and leave, or have her say no on decision day, or just have her keep telling, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait it out and see. I'm gonna wait it out and see." That was wrong what they did to Ben. I feel sorry for it. I felt sorry for him in this episode. So again, that's what I got for them. Way more than I usually have on them. So drop down in the comments on this final segment of Married at First Sight couples. Let me know what you think. Something I missed, something you want to add. And as I tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it, and I really mean it.